Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Body game is key to masculinity. Yeah. Now, you know, I'm Mr. Body Game. People know about it. Shout out to the Body Game Nation and everything. And usually I talk about body game during car videos, and you know, on Fridays, lately I've been talking about developing your masculinity. But body game is actually key to developing your masculinity. And I don't mean like having some aesthetic where you look like a fitness model or a power lifter or anything like that, or exercising. But it's the mentality you have to even engage in body game. And it's one thing that body game is bringing you if you practice it. First of all, you got to make a decision to engage in body game. Before you do anything else, you have to decide. You have to make a choice. See, as a man, you got to make choices. In fact, all human beings are making choices, but this is about developing your masculinity. You choosing to take action to change your body, or you choosing to take action to maintain what you have. You are choosing to exercise. You're doing something about it. Remember last week I talked about masculine men being problem solvers. You're looking to solve a problem. You also looking to keep your health up, but you making the decision. And then just to engage, you develop two things. One, you develop willpower. You gotta have the willpower to go into the gym, or to run that 5 miles, or to do those 100 burpees or 200 push-ups, whatever you're gonna do. You gotta have the willpower. You gotta say, I will do something. And see, that's not talked about enough with men. You know, in more advanced cultures, indigenous cultures, and yeah, they're more advanced because they develop people better, they will have a rites of passage. Particularly for the boys, they're telling them how to develop their will. See, if you talk about becoming a better man has willpower. He said, I will do something, or I will not do something. He's not following people. He's following his will. That's what will means. You have the will to do something, or you have the will not to do something. That's very important. That is very, very important. So just engaging in body game, it develops your wills, because you say, I will go to the gym. I will lift this weight. And that's just one part. Another part, it develops discipline. Discipline. You gotta have the discipline to lift. You gotta have the discipline to hit the gym 4 times a week, 5 times a week, whatever you decide. You gotta have the discipline to stick with a workout routine. See, a lot of people, a lot of men especially, men in particular, because I'm talking just about the men, they might start the gym and only stay there 2 weeks. Now, like I said, I've worked at several gyms, been a member of several gyms, and you'll see somebody, they'll come in there, they'll do a little bit or something, then you don't see them anymore. In fact, you got gym chains out there, they make their money off of that. They count on that. And especially times when I've worked at gyms around the first of the year. Now, around the first of the year, you get a bunch of people. Because they'd say, well, yeah, I got to lose some weight. I got to do this. But they don't have the willpower to keep going, nor the discipline to keep going. And see, here's the thing. Body game, by getting involved in body game, see, that's just, people think it might just be just one thing, but you actually developing willpower and discipline, which you can apply to other areas of your life. If you can have the will and discipline to lift 300 pounds, then you should have the will and discipline to build up your business, to build up your career, to stay on your mission. You will stay on your mission. You have the discipline to stay on your mission. See, the thing with body game is more than just the aesthetics. And I've said that several times. It's way more than the aesthetics of it. It's about just your willpower, your discipline, feeling good about yourself. But let's just focus on just the will and the discipline. That builds masculinity. See, a true man, he has willpower, he has discipline, he's under control. And see, you can have that willpower over your emotions. You ain't all over the place. You ain't flaky. You ain't getting upset. You got the will. You got the discipline. If you look at a warrior, a true warrior, They have willpower and discipline. That training, when you're doing that training, you get that willpower and discipline, as I said, can be applied to other areas of your life. Like, I'll use business. I use business because I'm an entrepreneur. You got to have willpower to stay with something. You got to have willpower to stay with that business. You trying to build a business, and you ain't going to make $1 million right away. You ain't going to make $100 right away. Shoot, you might not make any money right away, but you got to have the willpower to even create a business, and then the discipline to stick with it even through bad times. Now, any entrepreneur can tell you that. There's going to be times, hey, you're going to have to eat at that, you're going to have to get food from like that cheap store, cheap whatever, you know? You get some of that food, shoot, you got a special sell on it because the expiration date is like the next day. Oh yeah, you might have to look at all of that, but it's your willpower and your discipline that keep you in that business. Just going through life, a man needs willpower and discipline. That's part of masculinity, is what it means to be a man. But see, like I said, a lot of males don't have that willpower or discipline, you know? You gotta be disciplined. I don't care what it is. If you're going through school, like, okay, you're going through like school. One of the things like college, it's not even so much teaching you like a skill for a job. No matter what you major in. A lot of college graduates, they don't work in the field that they majored in school. A lot of them. But what they develop? Discipline. Discipline, you know? They develop the discipline to stick with something, you know? And that's very important for a man. See, body game, you know, if you have the willpower and the discipline to engage in body game, shoot, you're also getting it that you can apply to everything else in life. The women are just they're the commercial to your main program. Because remember, your main relationship is with yourself. So you have to develop yourself. So that's developing your mindset. Yeah, your body probably look great and everything. Hey, that's great. You get some women go crazy over, some people might even be jealous, whatever. But you're really developing you up here. You're developing your willpower. You had to have the willpower to stick with it. You know, you had to have the discipline to stick with it. And you see, to fight through things. Because let's be real, if you're trying to work out, anybody knows that there's going to be some days you ain't going to feel like lifting or whatever you're doing. There's going to be some days of it. But your willpower and discipline keep you going. That's the main thing. And that's what it means to be a man. A man fights through stuff. A man solves problems. A man, and you know, body game, hey, if you got a lot of guys want to know how they can be more masculine and stuff, well, body game helps with that. It helps, is a key to it, because you're going to develop masculine traits just doing the working out. You know, indeed, I've heard some martial artists, they said the same thing about what they're doing. They ain't doing what they're doing just to fight. Shoot, that's willpower and discipline to stick with a martial arts discipline, any type of discipline like that, a physical discipline. Shoot, they just developing what they have to, you know, just for life itself. So I want y'all to think about that, and I want y'all to really engage in. If you look, like I said, you get some people that go against body game, okay, fine, but body game is bigger than just aesthetics. If you want willpower, discipline that you can apply to other areas of your life, body game helps out a whole lot. It's a key to it, all right? So anyway, that's all I have for right now. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.